Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Cat's Cottage. This is going to be my second attempt. The first one, no sound, and I don't know why. I had everything on, and it just didn't work. But this is my second attempt, and I'm going to try this again. And the first one now, I showed y'all me putting my soup together. And then I walked over here and sat down, and I told you a little Christmas story about what happened as a child. Anyway, I cut up vegetables and I cleaned out my refrigerator and got out all the vegetables and the leftovers that I can put in a vegetable soup. And I got a little piece of ham meat that I put in there with some onion right now, and that's boiling up to cook the meat first, and the onions. And when they cook for about an hour and a half, you put your vegetables in. And that's what I was doing on the first film. And it went into like 35 minutes. But so that didn't work out. But my coffee is still hot and warm. And good morning to everybody. And I'll tell you the Christmas story again. Memory. Not a story, I guess it's a memory. I'll tell you that. My mother would go to a grocery store, and some of you may remember the name of the store. It ended with a star. It was Big Star, Long Star, something. And I lived in Seabrook, Texas. And my mother went to a certain grocery store. And I don't know. My mother wore a dress. She didn't wear pants or anything like that. And she probably wore the same little shoes. My mother was 4'11". And as she got older, older age, she was like about 4'10". But I towered over her, I'm 5'6". And when we took photos, I was always, there was my mother's head. But anyway, um, she told us kids, there's 8 of us. She told us kids that she'd won this drawing. Now, I don't know if she made that up or if she wanting us to feel good or if they told her that to make her feel good. But the grocery store, um, had a tree for their decorations. And so she said, the tree is going to come. We didn't have a phone, so the store couldn't call or anything. They just had to come. And anyway, she said, they're going to come on Christmas Eve and bring the tree, you know. So Daddy didn't go get a tree out of the woods. We waited. And I'm sure if it hadn't have come, he'd have probably went down there and got a tree because he didn't get the tree and the mistletoe until Christmas Eve anyway. But anyway, Christmas Eve came and the tree came. And I think they even brought some food with it. It was like supposed to be with it. And of all things, it was pink. There wasn't pink Christmas trees around anywhere. They didn't have pink Christmas trees in the 50s. And anyway, everything was pink. The pink bulbs, the pink lights. It had lights on it, and pink snow was on it. It's still the most beautiful tree in my memory ever. And it was probably, I was just a little kid, so I would say it was about the size of a doorway, but it probably wasn't that tall. It's just my memory of it. And I remember it being wide and round, where if you went and got a tree out of the woods, it would have some lopsidedness, to it. And most times my daddy would cut the top of a tree off and bring it. Of a big tree, he'd cut the top off and bring the bottom part. And, this thing was just perfectly full all the way around. And it was just a breathtaking to me. I mean, you know, God bless those people. They, you know, they would have probably had to throw it away. I don't know how after, what was they going to do with it? Uh, you didn't keep trees back then. Um, but I don't know if they told a story to my mother and said, "Oh, you win the tree." She might have walked in the door and they said, "Oh, you're the 100th person to walk through the door. You win the Christmas tree." Anything. I mean, she looked poor. She had the same little shoes, the same little dress, same little black purse she'd carry with one of those snapping coin purses on the inside. And she counted every penny and nickel. And anyway, they probably, who knows, maybe they were waiting. Her name was Hazel. They might have been waiting for Hazel to come and say, "Oh, you just walked through the door just in time. And we're going to give you this tree. What's your address and where can we come?" And, of course, in those days, there really wasn't an address. I live on Route 3, you know, go on down about 2 houses, and the houses weren't close. Before you get to the curb, right there on the left, that little white house there. Uh, but yeah, that came. It was so, so wonderful. And that's my Christmas story. Um, that that's really, that was such a blessing to me. I had never seen, and I would imagine all night long I stared at it. It was just breathtaking. And anyway, that was my Christmas story I told. And I said a lot of stuff, and I did everything I could. Sometimes I load these things down and don't even pay attention if I've got sound. And I thought, well, I better let me look and see. No sound. My mouth is no sound. I'm in the kitchen just talking and cutting the onion up and all that, and I'm just talking away. And no sound. I even turned my phone off, tried to turn it all off and start all over again, see if it'd jump up. Nothing. I hadn't deleted it because I might, I might use it if it decides to start talking. But no, it's a dud. So I remade it, and I'm talking to y'all now. So hopefully. Um, but y'all have a wonderful day, and finish your cup of coffee. Go charge it up again, get it hot, and thank y'all for those comments. It's just so, you don't have to do that, but you do it because you're kind and sweet, and I appreciate it. And thank you so much. And all you new subscribers, my goodness, you know, I don't know why maybe you're curious. Maybe you're curious to hear from an old lady or see an old lady. And I'd be curious too. What do they do over there in Tennessee? What are they doing there? Uh, let me see how they live and look at their house. And oh boy, and let me show you this lady. She's a hoarder. Look at all this junk. But you know, wait till you get there. Then you'll see what you might be or what you might have or whatever. All this junk doesn't bother me. If I get rid of it, I'll just bring it right back. Not the same stuff. I'll just go get more and bring it right back. So I might as well leave it alone, you know. Um, but anyway, now I'm talking crazy. Okay. But y'all have a wonderful day, and I hope it's nice weather where you're at. And if it's not, I'm sure you'll figure it out. And God bless all of y'all. Bye bye.